Welcome to Sport Beach, and I'm hosting a conversation here with Emily Ketchen. She is the CMO and SVP of the IDG division of Lenovo and one of our strongest and best clients over here at Stagwell. And so I'm really pleased to have a conversation with you today. Emily, I'm going to start off with what I certainly am most interested in, because a lot of people here like sports at Sport Beach, but you know that I love technology first. And I just want to know what's coming down the pike from Lenovo. Can you give me just a little preview of what we can expect from Lenovo?
Definitely. So first of all, Mark, thank you so much for having me. This is without a doubt one of the most beautiful spots here at Cannes, and your team has done, as always, an amazing job here at Sport Beach. So delighted to be in the conversation. The sneak peek, what's coming down the pike. So we are in the process of category creation for AI PC, which is PCs that are enabled naturally by AI. So you'll see a continued array of those. We've launched already 150 enabled and more to come. So watch the space there. The other thing that we're very focused on, of course, is our Motorola division. So we have AI enabled phones, and we just recently launched the brand new, beautiful, iconic Razr enabled with Moto AI. So that's a bit of a sneak peek into what's coming and just a recent announcement.
One of your comrades gave me a Razr, and I'm setting it up now because it really looks fantastic, I have to say. And an AI PC, can you just tell me, okay, I'm used to those old Windows PCs, now I'm going to get a Windows AI PC. What does it do for me that's new?
Yeah, it's a great question. So first of all, I want to just say I hope you really enjoy your Moto device. I'm sure it's a Razr. There's incredible intuitive AI built right in. So for example, you can tense your phone while you're busy interviewing your favorite customers and clients, and then you can turn and ask it to catch you up. So these incredible intuitive things AI will do for you. So it'll give you all of your notifications in order of preference that you've established. So you don't have to stop and think twice about it. It will tell you exactly what you've missed, and then you can decide what you'd like to do. So in the context of an AI PC, there are a number of new technologies that are being rolled out. I would say it's all about making you more productive and more efficient. So things like we're having a conversation and I've asked it to summarize the conversation that we're having. So in the old days, in a meeting report, you'd have to come up with all the different things that would have to be registered, who was responsible, when would that happen. All happens intuitively. It can translate, so you can have conversations with people in different languages in real time. Those are the kinds of things that we see as major benefits for our customers that enhance and make more productive that particular laptop for you or computer. And the idea is to be bringing that AI right to your fingertips.
I want to talk to my technology. Will it enable more talking?
I definitely see talking in the future. Absolutely. I think there will be a way in which natural language will be the way forward. And so that's going to portend interesting developments for the entire industry.
Well, that means, Emily, that you have an ever more exciting job because you have to convey and market. And you've really led a multi-year transformation at Lenovo. Tell us what your general marketing philosophy is and some of the key elements of that transformation.
This is a once in a 30-year opportunity for a marketer to be able to create a category around AI PC. So our philosophy around marketing is really anchored to our vision, smarter technology for all, which, as you know, has really been part of our push to democratize technology and to make it available to everyone, which would be why we have so many different and unique form factors available for different customers. One of the things that we have done to drive our transformation, and I will say, Mark, your team has been instrumental in helping us to do this, is the formation of a media COE. And so we decided we wanted to bring parts of our media in-house so that we could be responsible for things like strategy, closer to our geographies. For example, we're in 180 markets around the world, so highly complicated, but also very well experienced in the global frame. And your team was the one team that could come to us and meet us in the middle of how to do that. And you actually taught us how to really do a great job of that balance between the establishment of a media COE for Lenovo and sort of where you could meet us in the context of great media outcomes. And then I will also say we work with some of your other organizations. You have a good bevy of agencies. I think that is the chore and the opportunity, right? Two sides of that coin, challenges and opportunities around how to modernize today's marketing organization top to bottom, and that's been a great challenge.
Thank you, because it's right in line with the philosophy, really, of Stagwell, to be able to serve from global full service down to platform self-service. And we're increasingly building the tools that people want to do whatever part of the work they want to do on self-service, and whatever part that really needs a global team on a global team basis. Because really, I find they're the same customers, right? And it's not that they want to do one thing entirely with their business or entirely the opposite. They want to have a mix. And they want to have the certain aspects of it be closer to the ground, more run internally, and certain aspects run externally with the help of a team. And I think that that's in line with our philosophy to let clients do that and provide tools when necessary and people when necessary. And I think you'll see that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Well said.
So we're here at Sport Beach. What do you think is the role of sports in technology marketing? How does that play into the Lenovo philosophy right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, the world, Mark, today is a little bit at odds with itself. And all of our research tells us that the great unifier in the globe is sports. You know this, we're at Sports Beach. So if you think about sports as a unifier, our partnership with F1 and our partnership with FIFA lend us to the ability to be a part of the culture of sports. So F1 is the most technical sport in the world. FIFA is the most popular sport in the world. So being able to be a part of both of those really enables us to be in the cultural conversation with our customers, no matter where they are. And I'm talking about consumers, gamers, small and medium businesses, and enterprise businesses. And so F1, for example, affords us an amazing opportunity to be able to talk about the intersection of sport and technology because of its technological needs. And you'll find lots of CIO and IT decision makers are enormous fans of the F1. And likewise, the popularity of F1 and FIFA and football worldwide allows us to really get into that broader audience. I mean, I think something like 6 billion people will watch the final on one day. So I think that's a great way for us to be present in that conversation. And as you say, the culture which allows technology to come to the front.
I didn't even know we had 6 billion people. So, well, and those decisions internally that you drove, was it like, oh, Emily, that's great, or did you really have to fight hard, what was kind of the reception internally when you said, let's make a major commitment to sports?
Yeah, I think it was very much anchored to data, right? So the use of data to be able to understand the audiences that are there and how they grow and change over time. So for example, when we started with F1, there were 500 million fans, and we're now well over 750 million 3 years in. So I think if you can make a logical argument to your organization and you can work a framework of ROI at the end of the day, which we've been able to do, I think it makes all the sense in the world. Where you'd have a harder time is if you didn't have that data set to prove out the ROI and the philosophy behind the work that you're actually driving.
And so what's next? Now that you've kind of made this transformation, we've got AI coming on, you have incredible sports sponsorships. Where are you going next?
We're going to continue the dialogue that we've developed with Gen Z. We think they are an incredibly important audience. Alpha's coming right behind them. And in the context of Gen Z, what we find is it's super important to be very authentic and to be in the culture from that perspective. So we'll continue with the work that we've been doing on Work for Humankind. And there are a number of great examples there of how we have used technology to help tell the stories of Gen Z and make it very authentic and community-based so that they can feel like they're part of that conversation, which we have found to be very important. So I would say watch the space as we come out with Work for Humankind 3.0, which is coming soon. And we'll continue those conversations and dialogues with Gen Z.
And so are you finding that the new generations are more into technology, less into technology? How do they fit it in their lifestyle? Can we get them off their phones, or are they forever phone bound?
I think that generation and Alpha are intrinsically enmeshed in technology, right? They've grown up with it. They love it. It's a part of who they are. It's a part of self-expression. The interesting thing is if you think about Gen Alpha, they will be the very first generation growing up with AI. Won't that portend a different future for us? What will that look like? What will the roles of technology look like? So I think we'll see them continue to be very embedded in technology, but you might see them pursuing experiences that are not so technical, right? It'll be interesting to see where that comes together, and I think then they'll tell those stories in a digital way for sure.
Well, I hope AI doesn't create the laziest generation. This is a problem when everything can be done for you.
I think they will lean in. I really do. I think they will begin to harness the power of AI and really be able to put it to use for themselves and then spend their time in creativity, solving the world's problems, moving to the next set of problems without banal tasks or smaller things that others might be working on, right? I think you will find them make very good use of it and be very efficient and focus on the higher order problems.
And lastly, any advice for agency partners? I know a lot of them will be listening to this out there.
Yeah, I would say agency partners, really having had, 15 or 20 years of experience in agencies myself, it's super important to listen and I think to meet your clients where they are. That's one of the beautiful things about our relationship, and you just said it yourself. We are here to help our clients figure out that right balance and really meet their objectives. And I would say that that's a really important piece of it. And we need agencies. I mean, I find that talking with you and with your team serves as a source of inspiration, right? We learn from you, we get great ideas from you. I think that's super helpful, and I think we couldn't do that on our own as effectively as we can do that with you.
Well, Emily Ketchen, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. I'm really pleased to learn that there's a whole new category of AI PCs that you're going to get to marketing, that you're going to take the transformation that you've gone to the next level, that sports is an even more integral part of your marketing strategy with FIFA and F1, and that you're very optimistic about Gen Z and how it is going to be the first AI generation and how it is going to use that technology to do even greater things. So
Exactly
thank you.
right. Thank you so much for having me, Mark. Great to be here.